Imagine waking up tomorrow as a version of yourself so transformed that even you barely recognize who you've become. Not through magic or miracle, but through a profound shift in mindset fueled by ancient wisdom, Stoicism. This isn't some vague self-help promise. It's a deliberate, step-by-step journey into mastering your mind, emotions, and actions that you can begin right now and complete in just 1 week. The secret? It lies in 5 powerful, practical lessons that serve as your daily blueprint. First, you stop living life on autopilot and start every morning with intention, setting your mental stage to shape your mood and choices consciously. From that moment, you no longer react to life's chaos, but engage with it, armed with purpose. Then, you learn the art of focusing strictly on what is within your control, your thoughts, your actions, while gracefully accepting what lies beyond your reach. This stark clarity frees you from needless frustration and suffering, allowing you to channel your energy where it truly makes a difference. Next, shift your perspective on obstacles. Instead of stumbling blocks, you see challenges as opportunities, essential tests that sculpt your character through patience, resilience, and self-discipline. Every problem becomes a training ground for virtue, forging a stronger, wiser you. In a world screaming for immediate reaction, you discover the strength of strategic silence, the power to pause, listen, and observe before you speak or act. This calm restraint is not weakness but supreme self-mastery, heightening your awareness and deepening your understanding of what's truly important. Finally, as your day closes, you sit with yourself, reflecting honestly on your actions, learning fiercely from mistakes, and committing to relentless self-improvement. This sacred moment of introspection lights your path forward, transforming what is into what could be. This week-long commitment won't just polish the surface. It pierces through to reshape your inner life, relationship with reality, and your very essence. By journey's end, you are not just better. You become unrecognizable to the person you were, fully awakened, deeply resilient, and living with a purposeful calm that nothing can shake. Are you ready to live a life where every day is purposeful, every obstacle a lesson, and every moment an opportunity to ascend? This secret awaits inside you, waiting for only a week and your wholehearted embrace. 5 practical Stoic lessons to become unrecognizable in 1 week. 1. Begin your day with intention. 2. Master what you can control, accept what you cannot. 3. Transform obstacles into virtue-building opportunities. 4. Harness the power of strategic silence. 5. Reflect deeply and learn daily. If this is making sense to you so far, and resonating with that deep yearning for inner calm and purpose, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support helps this wisdom reach more people, and together we can cultivate a more thoughtful, resilient world. We've already explored the transformative power of starting your day with intention, mastering what's within your control, and turning every obstacle into a character-forging opportunity. These foundational practices are already setting the stage for a profound shift within you. But the journey doesn't end there. It deepens with 2 more crucial lessons that will solidify your unrecognizable transformation. #4. Harness the power of strategic silence. In a world that constantly bombards us with noise, demands instant reactions, and values immediate articulation, the idea of strategic silence might seem counterintuitive, even weak. Yet for the Stoics, and for anyone seeking true mastery over their inner landscape, silence is not merely the absence of sound or speech. It is a profound, active state of supreme self-control, heightened awareness, and deliberate thought. It is the pause between stimulus and response, the sacred space where wisdom is forged and impulse is tamed. Think about the relentless chatter of the modern world. Our phones buzz with notifications. Social media feeds scroll endlessly. News cycles scream for our attention, and even our personal lives are often filled with the cacophony of immediate demands, obligations, and the constant pressure to have an opinion or say something. In this environment, most people live in a state of perpetual reaction, pulled by every passing external stimulus. Their minds a battlefield of unexamined thoughts and impulsive urges. They speak without listening, act without thinking, and regret without understanding. Strategic silence is the antidote to this frenetic existence. It is the conscious choice to step back, to create a buffer between the external world and your internal response. This isn't about being passive or withdrawing from life. It's about engaging with life on your own terms, from a place of considered wisdom rather than knee-jerk instinct. Consider the immense power of merely pausing. Imagine a heated discussion at work. Perhaps a colleague has unfairly criticized your project, or a client has made an unreasonable demand. Your immediate, primal instinct might be to retaliate, to defend yourself aggressively, or to complain bitterly. This is the path of uncontrolled emotion, a path that often leads to regrettable words, strained relationships, and an escalation of conflict. But what if, instead, you chose strategic silence? What if you took a breath, allowed the initial sting of emotion to pass, and simply listened, truly listened, to what was being said, without formulating your reply in your head? This pause, this moment of silence, allows your rational mind to engage. It gives you the space to remember the dichotomy of control. You cannot control their words, their tone, or their immediate reaction, but you absolutely control your own. In that silence, you can ask yourself, what is truly important here? What is my objective? Is it to win an argument or to find a solution? Is it to prove myself right or to preserve a relationship and achieve a productive outcome? By choosing silence, you elevate your response from a mere reaction to a deliberate action. You move from being a slave to your impulses to becoming a master of yourself. This doesn't mean you become a doormat or avoid confrontation. It means you confront with clarity, purpose, and a calm that disarms aggression and invites rational dialogue. When you finally speak, your words carry weight precisely because they are not born of haste or anger, but of thoughtful consideration. This power extends far beyond difficult conversations. Think of the constant pressure to respond immediately to every email, every text, every social media comment. Many feel compelled to engage with every provocation, to correct every perceived injustice online, or to offer unsolicited advice. This constant outflow of energy can be draining, often leading to mental fatigue and a sense of being perpetually overwhelmed. Strategic silence encourages you to curate your engagement. It teaches you that not every thought needs to be voiced, not every opinion needs to be shared, and not every battle needs to be fought. Before you hit send or post, pause. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this kind? Is this necessary? Is this helpful? These ancient questions, if genuinely applied, will filter out countless impulsive communications that would otherwise clutter your life and potentially sow discord. The silence before you engage allows you to discern what truly matters and what is merely noise. Moreover, strategic silence is essential for deep internal work. How often do we truly sit in silence without distraction, to listen to our own thoughts, to examine our own motivations, to process our own emotions? In a society that equates quiet with boredom or idleness, we've forgotten the profound insights that emerge when we simply allow our minds to settle. This isn't about meditating in the traditional sense, though that can be a powerful practice. It's about creating moments throughout your day where you simply are, without external input or internal chatter for a brief period. It could be while waiting for coffee, walking between meetings, or simply sitting on your porch. In these moments, you gain a clearer understanding of your inner landscape. You observe your thoughts without judgment, noticing patterns, identifying recurring anxieties or desires. This self-awareness, fostered by internal silence, is the bedrock of Stoic progress. It allows you to identify the irrational beliefs that stir your emotions, to challenge your automatic assumptions, and to consciously choose how you will perceive and respond to the world around you. Practicing strategic silence develops several key Stoic virtues. It cultivates prudence, practical wisdom, because you learn to assess situations more thoroughly before acting. It strengthens temperance, self-control, by reining in impulsive speech and emotional reactivity. It fosters justice by ensuring your communications are respectful and aimed at understanding rather than purely self-serving. And it builds courage to resist the societal pressure to constantly perform or express, choosing instead the strength of inner calm. To truly harness this power, start small. For one day, commit to pausing for 5 full seconds before responding to any question directed at you. Before you send an email, read it twice and ask if every word is necessary. Before you weigh in on a conversation, listen for an extra minute. Before you react to a frustrating event, take 3 deep breaths. These seemingly tiny acts of silence will begin to rewire your brain, creating new neural pathways that prioritize thought over impulse. You will find that your decisions become clearer, your words more impactful, and your relationships more harmonious. You will no longer be a leaf tossed by every gust of wind, but a rooted tree, observing the storm with calm resolve, deciding when and how to bend, and knowing when to stand. This strength, born from strategic silence, will be one of the most recognizable aspects of your transformed self. 5. Reflect deeply and learn daily. The final indispensable lesson in your week-long transformation is the commitment to deep, daily reflection and relentless self-improvement. While the previous lessons focus on how you navigate the external world and your immediate responses, this practice is about consolidating your learning, understanding your inner workings, and consciously shaping the person you are becoming. For the Stoics, philosophical progress, or prokope, was not a destination, but a continuous journey, fueled by honest self-assessment. Imagine the end of each day not as a mere cessation of activity, but as an invaluable opportunity to convene with your truest self, to review your day's performance, and to extract profound lessons from every experience. This is not about self-flagellation or dwelling on mistakes. It is a detached, analytical process of observation, learning, and planning for improvement. Seneca, in his letters, famously described the practice of reviewing one's day. When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit of mine, I examine my entire day and go back over what I have done and said. I conceal nothing from myself. I pass over nothing. This is the essence of deep daily reflection. It's a sacred ritual where you hold yourself accountable, not to an external judge, but to the highest standards of your own rational, virtuous self. So, how do you practice this deep daily reflection in the modern world? As your day closes, whether just before bed, during your commute home, or in a quiet moment after dinner, intentionally set aside time for this internal audit. This isn't about a fleeting thought. It's about a structured, honest self-inquiry. Begin by mentally, or even physically, in a journal, replaying your day. Start from the morning and move forward chronologically. Review your intentions. Did you begin your day with intention, as we discussed in the first lesson? Did you stick to your purpose? Where did you deviate, and why? Examine your actions. What did you do? Were your actions aligned with your values and your long-term goals? Did you act with integrity, courage, temperance, and justice? Did you fulfill your duties? Did you procrastinate? Did you engage in tasks that were within your control? Or did you waste energy on things you couldn't change? Analyze your reactions. How did you respond to challenges, frustrations, or unexpected events? Did you maintain your composure? Or did you let emotions get the better of you? Did you use strategic silence when appropriate? Were you swept away by external opinions or your own internal impulses? Assess your words. What did you say? Was your speech truthful, clear, and helpful? Did you speak kindly? Did you gossip or complain unnecessarily? Were your words consistent with your character? Identify moments of growth and virtue. Where did you excel? When did you demonstrate patience, kindness, resilience, or self-control? Celebrate these small victories, not with pride, but as evidence of your progress. These are the moments to reinforce and integrate into your character. Confront moments of shortcoming. Where did you fall short? Where could you have done better? This is not about guilt, but about objective analysis. Did you lose your temper? Did you procrastinate on an important task? Did you give in to a craving you resolved to resist? Identify the specific triggers, the irrational thoughts that preceded the undesirable action, and the consequences. Extract lessons and plan for tomorrow. This is the most crucial part. For every identified shortcoming, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I respond differently next time? What specific action can I take tomorrow to improve? Perhaps you need to remind yourself of a Stoic principle more vigorously, or avoid a specific situation, or practice a certain virtue more intentionally. For example, if you lost your temper, you might commit to practicing strategic silence for an extra 10 seconds before responding to a similar trigger tomorrow. This daily reflection is a powerful feedback loop. Without it, you are simply repeating patterns, hoping for different results. With it, you are actively participating in your own evolution. You are learning from life's curriculum, with yourself as both the student and the teacher. Each day becomes a living laboratory for applying Stoic principles, and each evening you process the data, refine your methods, and prepare for the next experiment. Consider the compounding effect of this practice. One day of reflection might yield a small insight. A week of reflection starts to reveal recurring patterns, your personal hot buttons, your common pitfalls, your consistent strengths. A month of reflection offers profound self-awareness, allowing you to anticipate challenges and proactively prepare. A year of this consistent practice will fundamentally reshape your character, making you aware of your own mental architecture in a way most people never achieve. This isn't about striving for perfection, which is an unrealistic and unstoic goal. It's about striving for progress, for prokope. It's about becoming a little bit better, a little bit wiser, a little bit more aligned with your rational, virtuous self each day. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, understood this deeply, constantly reminding himself in his meditations to examine his actions and align them with reason and virtue. His personal journal was, in essence, a daily reflection that guided his governance and his inner life. In our fast-paced world, finding time for this might seem difficult. But remember, this isn't an hour-long ordeal. It can be a focused 10 to 15 minutes of quiet contemplation. What you gain from it: clarity, self-awareness, emotional resilience, and consistent growth far outweighs the small investment of time. It is the moment you reclaim your day, not just as a series of events, but as a deliberate training ground for the soul. By engaging in deep daily reflection, you transform passive experience into active learning. You stop being a passenger in your own life and become its conscious navigator. This intentional self-scrutiny solidifies the transformation you've been working on, ensuring that the changes you've made during the day are not fleeting, but deeply ingrained into your very being. You become your own most insightful critic and most compassionate mentor, charting a course towards a life of profound purpose and unwavering calm. The unrecognizable you. So this is the blueprint. 5 powerful, practical lessons designed to be integrated into your daily life for just 1 week, yet promising a transformation that will ripple through every aspect of your existence for years to come. From the moment you begin your day with clear intention, setting your mental stage for purposeful engagement, to the calm power of mastering what you can control, releasing the grip of what you cannot, from transforming every obstacle into a proving ground for your character, seeing challenges not as burdens, but as sculptors of your inner strength, to the profound wisdom found in strategic silence, allowing reason to guide your speech and actions, and finally, to the sacred ritual of deep daily reflection, learning fiercely from mistakes, consolidating your growth, and setting a clear path for continuous improvement. This isn't about becoming a different person in the superficial sense. It's about stripping away the layers of conditioning, impulsive reactions, and external pressures to reveal the authentic, resilient, and rational self that has always resided within you. It's about aligning your daily life with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, not as an academic pursuit, but as a living, breathing philosophy of action. By the end of this week, you won't just feel better, you will be different. You will move through the world with a composure that is unsettling to chaos, a clarity that cuts through confusion, and a quiet strength that emanates from profound self-mastery. The person you were a mere 7 days ago will be a distant memory, replaced by a version of yourself who faces life with purpose, navigates challenges with grace, and lives with an unshakable inner peace. As Seneca wisely put it, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. This week marks the end of living life on autopilot and the beginning of a deliberate, self-authored existence. It is the end of external reactions dictating your internal state, and the dawn of a new self, fully awakened and deeply resilient. Are you truly ready to embrace this transformation? Are you prepared to become unrecognizable to the person you were? Not by losing yourself, but by finding your truest, most powerful,